Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back, finally, to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today I take flight in the Airbus A320neo in Lauda motion colours, on a flight from here in London Stansted to Vienna. Man, what a week, what a week. So since these streams last Friday, my RTX 3080 arrived, so you have got a brand new graphics card, that's all been fitted and all looking excellent. So hopefully we'll see some improvements in that regard today. Then I had an issue with my motherboard where it failed to function with the CPU fan, which then blocks the BIOS from working, so ultimately I then had to go for a new motherboard, which then I fitted. Everything's okay, I could have streamed on Sunday, and then the, what happened? Sorry, all's good, then I could stream on Tuesday, and then just as I was getting ready to stream this flight, the Windows installation on my system decided, you know what, I'm just gonna stop working now. So I tried all the recovery disks and whatever, and nothing was working for me, so we got there. It's taken a bit longer than I hoped, took a week of no streaming, but finally in a place where we can stream without any problems, touch wood. So flying in, so I said out of motion, it's Lauda Europe today. I'll fly from here in London Stansted over to Vienna, about an hour in a bit, 2 hours or so flight. I'd say it's going to be an interesting one. So we jump in the cockpit, set the aircraft up, and prepare ourselves for our flight today. Hopefully I remember how this all works. Right, let's do this. So first things first, batteries come on. Solar power is set, and it is to nav. So with the 3080 graphics card installed, I am now able to push flight sim, in my case, up to 4K, and to give give GPU just a bit of breathing room. OBS, because it's going to be a bit system heavy, is streamed that out to 1440p. So it is improved resolution as well, looking a bit sharper as well. And so if you guys don't have any issues, give me a shout. If there's an issue with the volumes, issue with the audio, video, anything at all, if it lags a bit, give me a shout, and then I'll work out new ways to fix it. Cruise lights set, emergency lights armed. I'm going to try the co-pilot again. I had a few minor issues with it earlier, but I'll give it another go, because it is very handy to have. And there's one more thing I want to do as well, which is get a notepad of anything I might get wrong. Desktop. Can't even find my I had like a little notepad set up with a few things for me to remember. I can't find it now, so that's that. Freewares, Darlington, comparison scripts. Nope, okay, I've lost that one. It's no biggie. Ah, there we go, found it. Cool, so, hang on, let's give this a go now. So, no fuel pump yet, so we need to fill the aircraft up. Army emergency lights, should be done. Nav lights are on, strobe lights automatic. We will jump down to the tablets. Get that loaded. Looking sounding great so far, thank you very much. We'll call the flight from SimBrief, head over to the FMS and start with our setup. So, initialization, going from Echo Golf Sierra Sierra to Lima Oscar Whiskey. That goes in there. I'm going to say at 4K this is looking very sharp indeed. Absolutely loving it from my end. Right, flight number today is FR7349. So this is a Ryanair flight number, given that Lauda Europe are Ryanair owned airline. So this is a Ryanair flight where we are using the Beaufort call sign, given that this is the Lauda Europe side of the company, but this is a Ryanair flight, basically. Right, jump down to the tablets, jump over to the flight plan, costing 34 with a cruising altitude of 370, 34,370. So no steps, straight up. While we're here, start the boarding process of passengers. So, Stansted to Vienna, 73519, 13,000 feet cruise, 1 hour 45 on the clock. Departure time approximately 21 minutes. Flying A320neo, depends what I'll really go for. In reality it's CEO, but in flight since Neo, so we'll go for Neo. 186 people on board. There's no Wi-Fi, no entertainment. We have got a louder boarding music. We have got a louder safety briefing. Get snacks, no meal service, and with that, let's start boarding. Let's see FMS. Let's start with the we'll do that. Fuel. Good idea. That we'll do from start the fuel from the tablet, and then we'll do the payload from the FMS. So fuel on board today is going to be 6700. About 4 minutes to fuel up. Over to the MCD menu, go to Atsu AOC. We'll pull the weather request now, so get that sent to the aircraft. Head over to weight and balance. Yeah, that's one. So request the weight and balance from Simbrief, and we will start boarding. There goes. Passenger numbers will increase, payload will increase. That will change as the aircraft goes up. Jump back to the initialization. Right, our zero fuel weight is going to be 63.7, and our centre of gravity is 22.1. Block fuel on board. Whoops. Block fuel on board 6.7. Right, so that is the passengers boarding. That's the fuel and weight sorted. We're now plugging out routing today. We're using the FlyByWire development version, so we do get the upgraded FMS and LNAV, which is all we can see. Starting off with Charlie Lima November. From there, we fly the Mike 84 airway to Conan. Then it's Uniform Lima 607 to Cock. Direct to Matug, so we'll insert that, scroll down and insert Matug. Then it's direct to Amarsi. Direct to Bombi. Direct to Tenlo. Direct to Dexit. And direct to Venom. That's our flight plan complete. We will not clear discontinuity just yet because we have got the start bit later, which will be Venom 2 Whiskey. But as per departure, I'll listen to the ATIS very shortly. Also print out the weather now. So received, new and print. Listen to ATIS. We'll then tune to the ground frequency and then get our departure sorted out of Stansted. So this is the weather, shall we?
Winds 300 at 10 knots. 04. Dew point 2 degrees Celsius. Temperature 4 degrees Celsius. Visibility 10 kilometers. Winds 30.
Right, and that's information Delta. We can select information Delta. So runway 22 is still set. I'm expecting runway 22 to impact on 1 echo departure. So I'll plug that in. Won't insert it just yet. We'll tune it to ground frequency, which is currently on sensitive ground. Ah, they disconnected. Hang on. If there's no ground, then go straight to tower, which is okay. Okay, 123.805. 123.805. Right, stands 2 right, information Delta, cool. Good evening, Stansted Tower. This is Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo, stands 2 right, information Delta, pressing clearance to Vienna. Stansted Tower, Blue Forts 3 Tango Bravo. Give them a couple of minutes to get back to us.
Stansted Tower, Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha radio check.
Or need any assistance, please don't hesitate to let a flight attendant know and we will be happy to help you. If the overhead
Must
bin
admit,
is
not the
full,
first time I've had
please
issues
ensure you
controlling the
close
past.
it as a courtesy
Probably
to
have
other
word with someone
passengers.
later.
Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle is clear and other passengers.
Right, while we wait for
can
them,
wait
we might as well set up
If you're in
the
an
rest of
emergency
our
exit
aircraft.
row,
So,
please leave the
what I'm
exit
expecting this departure to stay the
responsibility
same, so I won't
in the
set that
card
anyway.
in front of you.
We'll now go
If you're
to
not able to
our
comply with
performance
these
page
actions, please let a flight
and
attendant
plug
know
open
that way you
the calculator, which is hopefully installed in the new setup. But one issue with the changing the system, I don't know what I've got and what I don't have. TPC, I have got TPC, perfect. So running as administrator, let's have a look. So type A320, runway length at Stansted, get down the charts. Stansted Tower have disconnected, so we probably went up there on IVAO now, on Unicom now. Okay, we'll do it on Unicom, it's not the worst case scenario, so... Right, so, runway length at Stansted is... maybe in meters, is it? Yep. 3049, 3000. Yeah, it's fine. Airport elevation, less than 1,000 feet. Wind component, we are looking at a headwind of 10 knots. Outside air temperature, currently reporting at 4 degrees centigrade. QNH 1004. Takeoff weight, grab that from our charts. Let's do that. Using flaps, 1 for takeoff. Currently no anti-ash required.
That's the Golf Oscar Romeo radio check.
And dry runway conditions. So
Golf Oscar Romeo, he 5x5.
ah, there we go. Right, so towers are returned.
Thank you.
Good evening, Stansted Tower. This is Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo. Information Delta stands 22 right, requesting clearance to Vienna.
Lima Delta, Alpha 3 Tango Bravo, you are cleared to Vienna on the Clapton 1 Echo departure. Initial climb 5,000 feet and score 5155.
Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo is cleared to Vienna by Clapton 1 Echo departure. Initial climb 5,000 feet, scoring 5155.
3 Tango Bravo, that is correct. Contact me when ready for pushing start.
Right, so 5155 sets. That's our clearance sorted.
Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha Fog,
seatbelts
we are
as
currently
well.
down
Contact
to
people
3 with
to do.
information Delta requesting our clearance to
Because the
Vienna.
aircraft will have to hit fuel pumps and APU we will start.
Ryanair
Right,
6 Mike Alpha 320neo.
back to these. Sorry,
You are put to Vienna on the
51,
Clapton 1 Echo departure. Initial climb is 5,000 feet and score 1626.
51.
Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha is cleared to Vienna via the Clapton 1 Echo departure. Alpha runway 22. Our initial climb is 5,000 feet and our call today is 1626.
Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha, read that straight, contact pushing ready to
That's
start.
1 for takeoff. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Hang on. I haven't got another graph open yet. Like I say, it's really getting back to streaming now, so slowly just having to reboot the process there. We'll get there. Right.
Oscar Romeo engine start
in
cruise, contact pushing ready to taxi.
for the flight from Simbury.
Yeah, James, set cruise for contact you when ready to taxi,
It's
Golf
not
Oscar.
6,000, is it? Departures.
Oscar Romeo, repeat that please.
Say again for Golf Oscar Romeo.
Golf Oscar Romeo, I just want to, please could you repeat the last
6,000
translation?
feet is that. Sorry, mind blank there. Right.
I just acknowledge that we are cleared for the engine start and that we will call back when ready for taxi.
Passenger boarded now, so we're
Alright,
in
that's fine,
pre-flight.
Golf Oscar Romeo, sorry.
Is started. and available, so that's what you need. Give a few seconds to go through the systems, and then switch off the power. At this point, we are now, for the most part, ready for mission starts. I have also new custom camera views, so, well, most part of them saved, so left seat, right seat, overhead panel, FMS, GoPro. But with the recent updates from FlyByWire, we now have more windows. So we've got front right and rear right, front left and rear left. There's also a few more windows that I've not used yet, and I've of course got the, where is it? It's this one, the flight attendant's galley. Can't forget those guys at the back. But it's looking good, the FlyByWire. It's getting better with every update. There's a new LNAV feature coming up soon as well, which they published on Facebook recently. LNAV was on the way. New ground surface is coming as well. It's getting very, very exciting with the camp of FlyByWire, so always good to see those guys building up the aircraft from that. Airport elevation flight sim, it'll be in the charts. Right, so at this point we are now ready for push start. So we set the altitude. Set altitude 5,000.
On your taxi to the holding point for the 1 Golf, and if you have requested holding point for your departure.
Seconds so we can fix this. I was messing around with it earlier. Settings now, place, recognition, delayed will be 50, 50, confidence level, 50, audio, reduce delays as well, so shortcuts, so 300 knots. Let's see how they go. Set altitude 5,000. Nope, that's busted. Oh well, I'll work it out later. Cool, altitude 5,000 feet set. That's fine. 1013, 1013 set. We are good to go. Boatports 3 Tango Bravo is ready for push and start. H1004.
3 Tango Bravo, position start approved, and there's a possibility to push back a bit further for the Ryanair execute and push
push start approved, and we will push a little further so that the Ryanair to our right hand side also be able to push that problem. Boatports 3 Tango Bravo. Right.
Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha, question
PushbackZoomer. Let's get the
Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha, position start approved. Be ready and every going behind you as well.
Deck. Request
this approved, will be kept with the pushback behind us, Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha.
So we'll now be time to move into position. We've got everything set up. That's nothing left to do. Performance sets, that's in the system. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, we should be good to go. Graphics card here using the RTX 3080 in the Palit card. We are now finally using the 3080 which has arrived. All the spec is in the description, so if you wish to look at what I'm using, feel free to check out that description. I was going to change my pack settings so that one or music is a little bit quieter. And also I'm going to turn off the sports present.
Frequency down the skiff log, the 9, please jump to Kim 121.730, bye-bye.
Flight stack. Ground from flight stack.
Good afternoon. Yes, everything is ready down here, please release the brakes.
Brakes released.
So let the ride begin.
That's a start, good evening.
Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha, go ahead.
You are cleared to start the engines now.
Engine 2 starts. Turn facing north.
Alpha Screaming Wooden Plane Victor 112 request them to join the BFR circuit.
Turn facing west.
I will turn by 90
Golf
degrees
Foster
and
Romeo,
bring
just
you
to
on a
confirm, is
western
that
course.
is the rest of the runway long enough for your
direction.
pickups there?
Affirm, Golf Foster Romeo.
Right, so
Golf Foster Romeo, please for takeoff. Plan to maintain 2,000 feet and left, fly left hand circuit.
Standard.
middle taxi road here.
In case of decompression, oxygen mask will be released automatically from the panel above your seat. Follow and mask towards you, please.
Actually, a little further back, so that's the aircraft in front of Ryanair. A bit of room to manoeuvre as well. Stop, pushback.
Fine. Tell when the parking brakes are set.
Brakes set.
Okay, sir. Have a nice flight.
Right, that's the co-pilot. So that's pushback done. Engine 1 we can now start.
FlyByWire is located on
Without a co-pilot, we'll now do our own control checks. So check the elevators are active, ailerons active, rudder active, up, is down. There's what? I didn't think it did.
Please take a look at the safety instruction card with further important information. Smoking is prohibited during the entire stay on board. All lavatories are equipped with smoke detectors.
Ah, there you go, that's worked. Spoilers up, spoilers down. Perfect. Control checks complete. I guess the hydraulics are kicking in, so the aircraft isn't quite ready to activate that yet. Let's just start my shadow setting a bit as well. Shadows. I've not got everything set to all max, mainly because
Romeo, sorry about that, I'm not speaking. Circuit clearances, cleared into the left hand GeForce practice notes, altitude 1000 feet, for 7010 and the QNH
basically
is
to give focus a bit of
1004.
breathing room to, well, no problems, okay. The jagged shadows, that just needs to be part of the sim.
We're just cleared into the left hand GeForce circuit, not above height 10,000 feet. This is Scott 7010 and the future when given GeForce clearances into the circuit, we use QSE instead of QNH.
So turn off the ignition, turn off the APU, and lock off the door,
Golf
lift the
Oscar
windshield
Romeo,
automatic,
versus that,
and that
the
is
QFD
fine.
is,
Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo is ready to taxi.
limit of Alpha 3 to Bravo, for taxi contact ground on 1214720, see you in a bit.
Contact ground on 121730 for Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo, thank you very much. Right, over to ground frequency now. Hello there, Stansted grounds, Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo is ready to taxi.
Lauda 3 Tango Bravo, follow the Ryanair 737 to taxi point Romeo 1 via Bravo Hotel and Romeo.
Follow the Ryanair in front to taxi points Romeo 1 via Bravo, Hotel and Romeo for the Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo. Ignore the call signs today. Right, taxi lights on, follow the aircraft in front, pretty simple. One brake released, as taxi. That's one. I've got to say, this is the freeware sense of scenery. It really is remarkable, this. Absolutely adore this airport. Absolutely adore it. So, grab the taxi charts. Right, taxi points. Romeo 1. Yeah, so make straight taxi. Take the second right to hotel. It's actually on the charts. Right, so we're down here. Bravo. Take no.
That's
right
Bravo,
to
that's
hotel.
6 Mike Alpha,
That's
radio
the
check.
Romeo. That's our.
Right, 6 Mike Alpha, readability fine. Thanks very much, apologies, we just had some voice issues that tried to connect. Right, that's 6 Mike Alpha. Yeah, no problem, that's absolutely fine, don't worry.
Yes, so this is one of the many airlines that Niki Lauda, former F1 racer, founded. This was his latest project before he sold shares off to Ryanair and then eventually passed away himself a couple of years ago. Just want to confirm, is that the right way? Romeo 1. Yeah, we should go right there, not left.
Right, that's 6 Mike Alpha, I do apologise, I've taken the wrong taxiway.
Yeah, I think they just
Right,
realised
that's
that.
6 Mike Alpha, yeah, no problem. Continue up hotel and then go back on yourself via Alpha and Juliet. Back on myself back to Alpha and Juliet, yeah, right, that's 6 Mike Alpha.
Oops, thank you, follow me truck. Just gonna go around you.
Good evening, Stansted ground easy 3 to Charlie, requesting IFR clearance to Hamburg. We have information Charlie on board.
Signs on
Easy 3-2 Charlie, clear to Hamburg via the Klaxon 8 Romeo departure, runway 22, please score correction 3231.
Take big.
Clear to Hamburg via the Klaxon 8
That's
Romeo departure, runway
checks,
22, and
as we
squawking
hold, that's Romeo 1.
3-2 Charlie.
Just in time.
3-2 Charlie, read that correct, report ready for push and start brake breaker, Lauda Air 3, Tango Bravo, contact Stansted Tower now on 123.805.
Stansted Tower on 123.805 for both 4-3 take Bravo, thank you very much.
Enjoy your flight, bye bye.
Hello there again, Stansted Tower, both 4-3 take Bravo, holding Romeo 1 is ready to depart.
3 Tango Bravo, over to that whole position.
Pole position, 5-4-3 Tango Bravo. Right, so point position. Look at the IVAO. There's traffic to our right hand side. Depends if. Ooh, wow, that's an odd livery. Depends if they go first or if they squeeze us in front. We'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, we've done our pre-takeoff checks. As far as I can tell, we are now as good as gold for departure. After departure, we'll be speaking to London Control, which is 132.605, and they'll guide us all the way out to France with a Unicom, and then I presume.
Alpha still not on final, so touch and go on with 2.
So for Volanta, thank you.
So, London Control, over France, bit of ATC over Munich, and a day below 165, that's fine. Actually, maybe.
Touch and go for 122,
But yeah, we do get Vienna approach, and then we've also got Vienna Tower.
And then 6 miles Alpha, hello there, we are behind the Lauda at Romeo 1.
Ryan 6, Alpha, over to that one position.
It's a little bit more forward, actually.
Position 6 Mike Alpha.
Odd short marker.
Lima Delta Alpha 3 Tango Bravo, after the Cessna 152, line up in station with 2D.
After the landing, Cessna, line up and wait, runway 22, report to Bravo. Yes, the Cessna there just need to land now. Right, that was on position, I guess. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please. Seats for takeoff. That's fine. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please. ATC too loud? That's fine, I can lower that.
Alpha Screen, requesting the cross and W.
Golf Romeo, please repeat request.
So is that my
And disregard that for Golf
that's
School.
not been activated yet on this. Let's see if I can try and get that going while I wait. So we're on the runway, make sure that our transponder is active. Landing lights are on. So all we're waiting for now is the takeoff clearance from Tower. right. Let's go to, where is it?
Lima Delta Alpha 3 Tango Bravo, wind fast 330 degrees at 10 knots, please take off on the 22.
Good take off runway 22 for Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo, thank you very much. Right, take off. And flex 51, SRS.
Alpha going on downwind for touch and go runway 2.
Go for Super Romeo, report on final.
80.
Roger, go for
Hundreds. Chrono that. 1. Rotates. Time, gear up. That's the beats.
Lima Delta Alpha 3 Tango Bravo, I'm also the right to see monitoring units on Monster decimal late, bye-bye.
Monitor to come, 1-2 just makes the low voltage take right pretty much. She's throttle down to prime power.
And the Stansted have for your information, London controls online.
Autopilot on.
Go for Super Romeo, repeat, please.
Just want to double check, London control, they are online.
Alpha Galena, you've got the other aircraft to want to Unicom, but London controls.
Yeah, the other aircraft just arrives out there. Hello there, London Control. This is Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo on the Paxton Mecca departure at 3,000 feet.
Shamrock, CA6 City copy, you can just continue on your route, that's fine. Okay, yeah, continue on the route, Shamrock 38. 543 Tango Bravo, London Control, hello, climb now, flight level 210.
High level 210 for Beaufort Tango Bravo. Right, 20,000 feet set, so you've got full level at 4,000.
Get the cargo, fleet 9, climb now, flight level 350.
Paxton now.
Coming 350, jump tower to Vienna.
Climb. Also, business continuity, pushing on the ground, but hey ho. Right, continue climb. Set the ground spoilers. So you're now under control, you're going to speak to them. I say, I was giving over to Unicom, I thought for seconds that's not what I saw on the map. I mean, it's connected, but it's a fresh on controller. Just tune in. Also, it bounced the sky today. Absolutely pristine. A few storms over the evenings last couple of days. So it's slowly quite up a bit. Also, got some of the push bullets. To 6, I'm well aware of that. So 6, right, go straight to admit them.
So it's alright, Lima Charlie, radar service terminated, power control offline, monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye bye.
Altitude, settled into set.
Unicom 228, 08 Lima Charlie, goodbye.
Should break through the altitude constraints now. Worst case scenario, we have to put the kicking. Right, let's continue climb out. From what I can tell, the frame rate is smooth. 4040p looks like it's working at the moment, so no issues with that as it stands. So I'm hoping that that will stay the same for me. Which is good, because I say, it's one of the things that I've been trying to work on, my frame rates. Actually, 3080 will play a big part in actually helping that improve. Alright, so set the position. There was a donation there. Thank you very much, Captain Crew Intercom, for the £1 there. Captain, the passenger today's. Yes, I'm well aware of that one. Right, sounds a bit too big. Let me just put out this one. Thank you for the test now. I'll be using that donation like a test. Yes, the passenger in the seats 13A is breastfeeding a cat and refusing to stop. Americans are strange.
Oscar 1366, descend now flight level 130, route direct to Ockham, Oscar Charlie
Center
Kilo.
screen and move that up. Also, much more.
Report 1366, say again, please.
Need the overlay.
Oscar 1366, route direct to Ockham, Oscar Charlie Kilo, descend now flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, this direct to Oscar Charlie Kilo.
Again, just so I can see how that fits
Airport level 1366.
So I'll go to my analytics, recent events. So are there any donations I missed? Subscriptions, subscriptions and followings. Right, do that one again. Right, much better. Screen now, much better. Yeah, that says.
Roger 1010, Roger, descend flight level 240.
That's fancy no breasting the cat. We'll not put the cat.
Descend to flight level 240, Sparta 101.
Seriously, I don't know, like. 10,000 feet, landing lights off. Give the attitude control back to the aircraft now. That's more like it. Alright, let's go to our climb out. We're using the dev version of the A32NX. As you can see, using the dev version of the A32NX. So far so good. Climbing out, stable. Top seatbelt sign, passenger freedom's back now, so there's no point holding them down for too much longer. Yeah, just trying to fuse on the button. Well, I can tell you now, since getting 38 installed, since getting all the computer problems out of the way and sorted, it's been running so much better now for me, so much better. I'm very happy with one moment. Hopefully, touch words. We'll be here to last, so let's see how things forwards. As per the weather of Vienna, we're in at a little bit of cloud cover, but for the most part blue skies. Also, my sunset's blurred as well, so that's what I'm mainly at, sunset for the arrival.
Detailed definition of the ground. 2,000 feet for 5,000 out.
Never understood.
Got a 6 back Alpha, that's
These jets, just not very nice.
170 right, let's take my Alpha.
Sorry, my audio is way off, sorry. Is that better? Right, audio I've got to work on, I do apologise. Hopefully that's a little bit better now.
Airport 1366, descend flight level 80.
125.
80 for Airport 1366.
543 Tango Bravo, climb now flight level 290.
Alright, is that better? Hopefully you've not missed out too much audio-wise. Right, okay, that'll have to do. Cool, well, thanks for letting me know. That audio should now be a little more Well, it was the equalisation there, it was a little bit off, but that should be a bit more normal now.
Tango Bravo, climb now, flight level 290.
Climb level 290 for both 43 Tango Bravo. Right, up to 29,000 feet.
Britain 240 for San is Panther 171.
Right. Yes, alive, we are using the 3080. That arrived about a week ago, and finally my system's now working with it. So, the Ryzen 30X 3080, we're now, in fact, I'll give you the new spec rundown, because this is all redone.
122.8, thank you, bye.
So, we are now running, so before it was an i7 1600 with a GTX 1660 graphics card and 32 gigs of RAM. The 32 gigs of RAM is here to stay, but we are now using the Palit GeForce RTX 3080 GamingPro V1 with the AMD Ryzen 5 3600 processor. So better processor, much better graphics card, same RAM, but the RAM I had was an AMD spec, and therefore with the AMD Ryzen 5 it should run at slightly faster clock rate as well. So hopefully, just overall improvements across the board for his plan. Bus driver, how are you? Welcome channel chats. How am I? Pretty good. Graphics card arrived, all looking good. As I was saying earlier, hopefully it's all here to stay. My stream viewership is a bit down, I will admit. That's because I've not streamed for a week, so that's drops off a bit. But I'm hoping now that I'm at a point where things are a bit better, things are going to move forwards, stream a bit more frequently, and start building up this viewership again. That's one thing with YouTube. If you don't stream for too long, you do start to lose the viewership bit. So I'm going to start building it up again. Nightmare, I do remember you did. Welcome back. It's been a while, man. Has been a while. How you doing? Welcome channel. Welcome to chats.
Panic 4 Papa, Element Control, good evening, Squawk 1277.
So right now we are approaching the Appleton waypoint, which takes us just north of Ramsgate, and then that cuts us through. I'm mistaken, it wasn't France going to go via. We're going to go through Belgium, and Belgium into Germany. So Belgium, Germany, fly through Frankfurt, and then into Austria, where we start the approach into Vienna. Yes, got new cards. It did take a while. It took 15 months in total. And in fact, this isn't even the card I originally ordered. So when I got on the phone with overclockers, because back in September they offered a thing where if your card wasn't arriving yet, you could swap it for another one, basically, of equivalent or slightly more value. So I phoned them up. I was like, "Where's the graphics cards?" And what they did, yeah, what they did, so basically, what I originally ordered was the wasn't the MSI spec, it was the, what did I order originally? I can't remember which one it was, but I think maybe it was the MSI. Well, I ordered one, and it never arrived, so I phoned them up, and they were like, "Okay, if you want, we've got a Palit 3080 in this warehouse. If you want, we will give it to you and it'll be shipped out tomorrow." So I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll take it." So we did the swap, and the next day the 3080 arrived at my door. Then I tried to fit it. Then the motherboard was like, "Nope, I don't like the CPU fan anymore," and without CPU fan working, it blocks the BIOS for booting, so my Windows was stuck. So, ordered new motherboard, down to a few days, now eventually arrived. Then the issue was I fitted all the hard drives, it booted up beautifully, it all works absolutely no problem. And then the, what was it? The Windows boot drive decided to just stop working. I didn't do anything, I didn't touch anything. It worked the first couple of times, I rebooted and updated all that. And then it was like, nope, I don't want to boot anymore, so I had to then reinstall Windows and slowly reinstall Microsoft Flight Sim again. So as of this morning, everything's now installed, up to date, and running properly. Okay, it took a bit of time, but got there eventually. And yeah, finally we're rolling. So, like I said, right now my monitor is 4K monitor, so it's 4K resolution, 4K everything. From your guys' end, you're looking at 1440p. So I have downscaled the stream ever so slightly because if I stream in 4K, it messes up the it doesn't mess up GPU, but it basically puts more power, more influence on GPU, which slows down the sim, so it starts lagging basically. And then I
altitude 4,000 feet.
So yeah, so I redid. Sorry, I'm losing my head now. So I redid the Windows installation. I reinstalled Flight Sim, and hopefully now everything is back in working order. So yes, that's what I'll be able to stream the last couple of days. Chris Z-Boy, slowly rebuilding my system, but we're back in action. And we're back to a...
Tango Bravo, Brussels control offline, radar service terminated, and we're to Unicom 122.8. Bye-bye.
Off to Unicom on 122.8 for Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo. Thank you very much, take care, and have a good night. Bye-bye. Right, off to Unicom now. So there won't be any ATC until Germany, where we have got Munich Control, who is hopefully going to work on us, because sometimes German controllers, let me see if I can find an example, sometimes they have altitude restrictions where it's like anything above 28,000 they won't do, so I think we're alright at the moment. So we'll speak to Munich Radar, and then at the moment we have got both... Where are they? Oh, they disappeared. Okay, Vienna's disappeared. Hopefully they'll join back in again later on when we fly. So see, there's 3 of us heading into Stansted, us, an EasyJet and a Ryanair. Yeah, we'll see how it goes if they do tune in later on, but we are back streaming, we are back to normal hopefully. My 0 keys a bit napped on this, okay. Vienna, so is the capital of Austria. Turn off the engine, not going to happen today, Joel, not going to happen. Good morning, yes, it says live weather. Jeff, well, I was working for this end, no problem. Yeah, live weather, active. Not live time. First stream, testing new systems, so I thought we'd just we'd find a daytime just to see how it all kind of looks, all fancy and new. But yes, we are flying with real live weather. Final approach at Kathmandu, very good. Good luck. I must say. Whoops, that's that weird, I don't know, there's that weird airport view, which, I don't know, you randomly press keybar endings and it just appears. I don't know, silky smooth Microsoft Flight Sim, so at the moment it is locked to 30 FPS. So that my GP get a bit of breathing room with the OBS side of things. I have locked the frame rate to 30. If I turn off the frame rates lock, I'd be getting about 40-50 FPS solids on ultra high settings. So there's 1 or 2 things I've dropped down to high, just to again give the onboard memory a bit of breathing room. I have also dropped the waves down to medium because, as you guys know, medium waves is no different to ultra waves, which is interesting. Yeah, apart from that, we are running virtually on ultra with absolutely no issues with the frame rate there. Looking sharp, looking good. Very happy with 38 so far. Yes, default cloud ability is a default cloud using live weather at the moment. Also, Bees, has been a while, man. Has been a while. How are you doing? Welcome to the chats. Do you do sim hours and achievements in Resource Flight Sim? Not at all, Paul. Because your logbook syncs to the Microsoft Cloud, any stats you have, so any flight hours, any stats, any achievements, you carry those across without any problems. It's all linked to the cloud. It's all linked to Xbox game services, so that will get transferred across to any questions asked. And you can see the reflection on the wing there. Since I've turned it up from medium to ultra, it's just it's like glass now basically. Super shiny wings. But hey, absolutely adore it. Also shout outs to Olivia Roberto for the livery. I'll drop his link in the chat. So he has given me the custom tailcoat because, well, I'll talk about the tailcoat in a moment. But if you want to check out his profile, he does a whole bunch of liveries in Flight Sim, and yeah, overall, well, superstar. So yeah, here's his profile. Check him out, let's give him a shout out. Yeah, so tailcodes 9 Hotel Lima Oscar Oscar 9H Lu. So when I flew with Lauda back in 2020, so started the year January, I flew on Lauda Motion before the transfer over to Air Europe, and they at the time had the old, was it Oscar Echo or OH? What was the old Austria? OE, Oscar Echo, Lima Oscar Oscar. So back when I flew with Lauda Motion to Vienna, I flew with the change of registration tailcodes. That was Oscar Echo, Lima Oscar Oscar. Then they transferred over to Air Europe, Lauda Europe, whatever they call it now, which is the Maltese-based airline for slightly cheaper tax. Lauda Europe, I think actually scored. And so all the 8 tailcodes got transferred to Malta, so you got that on Maltese flag, and 9 Hotel. But yeah, just a nice little detail there. An aircraft that I have flown as a passenger in real life. Although it's a CEO, not a Neo, that's one thing that you do need to point out. Until we get the A320 CEO. Just gonna sit with that for now. Yes, Maltese flag, Chris boy. Maltese flag on the Lauda Europe. Don't know if I'll be flying on Christmas Day, Drawyah. I'll certainly be doing a stream on the 22nd, which is the IVAO Rovaniemi Christmas event, so we'll definitely be doing that. Christmas Day, I'd have to double check. Depends what I'm doing, really, if I'm doing anything at all with family or not. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, today's kind of a testing stream, make sure everything's running all smoothly, which it looks like it's all is. And overall, I'd say very, very impressed with the 30 so far. Man, 4 years ago it last snowed. Actually no, it snowed in... I'm sure it snowed last year, didn't it, in London? Actually pretty well for 2 or 3 days. And I've got some photo memories of snowmen I made in the garden a couple of years ago. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it almost feels weird flying Microsoft Flight Sim this smooth with other programs in the background. Good spot there, sorry Martin. We're on Unicom now, so we can climb all the way to cruising altitude, which is 37,000. Sorry, we're given clearance to flight level... what are we giving clearance to? We're given clearance to what? 290? 37's our cruising, so yeah, good spot there. We'll climb up to cruising altitude now. You're not a pilot? No, I'm not, no clip. I'm not a pilot in real life. I'll do a hobby license one day. I'll do a PPL kind of private pilot's license in the future, but don't think I'll go commercial. That's not where my future lies, I don't think. You never know. Yes, PMG 77 coming out next year. Hopefully that's gonna... Well, it's been delayed again, but hopefully when it releases, things will start to turn around with that. You've also got the old Phoenix sim as well. Move 20. Hopefully that's also going to start looking at a release sooner than later. I updated new clouds. I've not updated anything, no clip. This is all default clouds, default weather, using the live weather set up in Microsoft Flight Sim. Not sure if that's incorrect altitude, Adam. It's more the, what do you call it? It's the flight levels and actual altitude based on atmospheric pressure. That always changes. That all depends on the, well, pressure outside. I've just noted, so that's our standard blue, Lauda 3 Tango Bravo. Behind us you've got EZ703 on the way to Vienna, behind there Ryanair Mike 6 Mike Alpha. Well, just in front, Connection lost. I've not connected. I'm still streaming it, right? Am I? Still live. Just in front, also you got a box. Who are you? Aerologic 339. Went to Budapest on the same set of airways as us. No, I think we're still live. We've not lost. If we'd properly lost connection, my OBS would be like, well, screaming red, but we seem to be all right at the moment. No, so Lima Oscar Whiskey India. There you go, back connection again. Lima Oscar Whiskey India is Innsbruck. Lima Oscar Whiskey Whiskey is Vienna. So we're flying to Vienna Schwechat airport today. So looking at about an hour or so to actually get there. Give or take the well, actual rather times. We are using scenery for Vienna, Austria, and yes, we are using the Guide Simulations Vienna scenery, which, if I recall, is the, well, I'm sure it was like the very first scenery that released Microsoft Flight Sim back in August, September last year. So I got off of Vorbex, but yeah, if I remember correctly, Vienna was the very first scenery to release Microsoft Flight Sim. So it's nice to return to where we all started off. Have experienced live weather issues with FlyByWire. I must admit, Jeff, I haven't. I've seen Tim Pilot's had a few issues with his weather, and that either picks it incorrectly or just doesn't show it at all. No fix, as far as I can tell. I mean, this is a fresh reinstalled Microsoft Flight Sim, so potentially that could have an effect. I really doubt it. I don't know. I've seen. He's not the only one having issues. Well, I've had a few people with issues with live weather. No fix, nothing I've particularly done, apart from just reinstalled Microsoft Flight Sim, which is a painful process in itself. But I don't know, if I keep an eye out on kind of what I've got differently to others, I'll definitely put a shout out to others helping hand as well. Your pilot client's not showing the other traffic, any ideas? Double check your model matching if you've got issues with your, well, if you've got issues with model matching, check your model matching is what I can say really. From my end at least, all looking pretty smooth. How long did it take me to download Microsoft Flight Sim support? It took me 2 days. Only because when I tried downloading it on the first day, I was down to about 4 megabit per second internet. I don't know what happened to our downloads on that day, but on Wednesday our internet speed just shot. It was horrible. So yeah, we restarted the router, booted it up again, it all works no problem. After the reboot, up to about 50-60 megabits per second and downloaded in a couple of hours. So it took 2 days, but only because for the first day our internet was bad. Not on the latest NVIDIA driver port because of issues. So if you go to the Flight Sim forums, actually, there's a link to it. Try to find a link to it. MSFS latest NVIDIA. There's issued the latest NVIDIA driver in that. Hang on, 497. There you go, so carefully monitoring reports from players. The latest GeForce driver 49709 may be causing issues with Flight Sim, including crashing desktops, blue patches, and issues with terrain. So I'm not doing this, so I've skipped this version. I'm on 496.49, something like that. Yeah, so I'm still on the previous version of NVIDIA's drivers because of issues that they've had with the latest one, which yeah, not gonna test it just yet. Maybe that's the issue there. Maybe it's the driver side of things. If it's an issue with textures, then potentially it can affect the weather as well. Welcome, Ryan. How you doing? You're new here. Wow, you've chosen a good time to join us, Ryan. 1440p now. Have you mapped the key to the wing view? I have that, Carl. Yes, I've linked numpad 4 for left front, numpad 1 left right. Sorry, left back. Numpad 6 for forward right, and then numpad 3 for middle right. Also, I've got numpad 2, which sets to flight attendants rear galley. But yes, I have mapped the keys to the windows to the key bindings. which I've done a tutorial on. Basically, you need to edit the Microsoft Flight Sim aircraft's config, camera config, change the coordinates, move the camera, and then change the coordinates again. So it's a bit of a 6-step process, but it can be done without too much hassle. So yes, I have mapped keys to the Windows. Which you'll use stick, Nick. I'm using the Thrustmaster Hostess Warthog stick, which I've got modelled right here. And yes, doing very well. I've also got the Hostess Warthog throttle, which again, very good bit of kit, absolutely adore it. I can tell you're enjoying your GPU. Oh yes, Jonathan, it is a whole dream. What I was using before, the 3080, I mean I've got the 1660 box in front of me right there. It's behind me, let's check. Yeah, 1660, I'm going to keep it as a backup because you never know when GPU might explode on you. And I know that 1660 is capable of 1080p Microsoft Flight Sim, so always going to have backup. But no, I am happy with it. I am very happy with 3080. Yeah, thank you 1660, you've carried me this far into our Microsoft Flight Sim and YouTube growth. Now it's 3080's turn to kind of bolt to that. I mean, look at the cloud definition down below. Honestly, some of the most beautiful things I've seen ever in Flight Sim. How's the RTX? Absolutely loving it, Philip. You hear a weird noise when you speak, it's like an echo. Has anybody else got issues with my audio at the moment? I'm listening to the stream back now. I don't hear too much wrong. If there's an issue, I'll try and find it. Does anybody else have an idea? Not something I'm hearing at the moment, but I'll keep an ear open when I watch the stream back later. Oh yeah, the echo's there, Jonathan, because I was listening back to the stream. Yes, but I'll keep an ear open when I'll watch stream back later, because now I've got to kind of figure out how well that's worked, any problems, smooth out any bugs. I'll keep an ear open. Wide clouds look amazing, mine are all pixelated. Ah, don't worry Adam, you'll get there eventually. Even on my 1660 actually, the clouds weren't never that bad. The clouds have always been pretty decent on my end. A lot of people have had issues with pixelated clouds throughout. Is it true that if time passes you can resell it? Yes, true. If I really wanted to, I could sell the 3080, get a bit of money out of it, but nope, not yet. Keeping it for now, keeping it for now. You never know, NVIDIA have announced their 40,000 series graphic. Well, they've not announced it, but they're certainly on the way. It'll be interesting to see kind of how they compare to the 30,000 series, but sorry, 3000 series. But we'll keep this one going for a little while, I think. I see no reason to upgrade the graphics card again just yet. Mineros, what's your question? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat. How are you today? He always makes such responsible decisions. Yeah, I mean, I could sell every graphics card I've got in the house right now because of the GPU shortage. I'm sure they'd all sell for like 3 times their original purchase price. What do you do with the radar in the flyboards at refresh? Does it even work? That's a good question. I must admit, I don't know. I didn't even realise the FlyByWire weather radar even worked at this time. All I can suggest, if you've got a version that has it working, turn the system off, or switch over to system number 2. You've got 2 systems, you've got left hand side and right hand side. If one's failed, use the other one and give that a go. Like I say, I'm not aware of whether or not the whether it even works at the moment. GP price is insane right now. Oh, tell me about it, Cabrera. I mean, I was quite fortunate to buy the 3080 at store price. I bought it from Overclockers UK, who, well, if you ever shop by Overclockers UK, they always give out a free pack of Haribos with every purchase. I got these Haribo Tang Fastics. I don't know why they actually do it, but actually no, I know because they're on their website. Basically, they give a packet of Haribos with every order, as a treat for the person who fits the system, as like a congrats, you've done it, and you had this little treat on top of what you on top of your new spec. But yeah, overclockers, I like them. I can't fault them. Their customer service got back to me quickly, sorted out the order very quickly, and within a day they had it shipped to my place straight away. Cost me, how much did it cost me, the 3080? Let me get the price up for you. So this is the Palit RTX 3080 GamingPro V1, and this cost me £909.89, including next day delivery. £909.89. The actual card itself was about £899, and it was £10 next day delivery. So that's the price breakdown for you. Yes, snow, winter in Europe, so snow slowly building over the continent. And again, the one thing I absolutely adore about the sim is the fact that all the snow down there is not textures. It's not just a scanned satellite image of snow. It's all shader based, so the sim will look at the image of the ground and then determine is this forest, is this a field, is this a river, is this a lake, is this a house, is it a road, and then based on that it'll determine how much snow is placed down. So if you look at a lake, which is normally like a water chain on top of that, what it'll now do is if it's freshwater lake, it will freeze it over and turn it into a layer of ice instead. If it's a forest, it will keep the dark green texture for the trees, but a layer of white kind of on top of the tree peaks themselves. Fields, blanket white snow. It's very, very smart how Asobo have done this. So as we start approaching to Vienna, I believe it did snow in Vienna a couple of days ago, so we should get to see some of that effect in the sim as well. But the sim itself, absolutely fantastic the way it renders the weather. For a moment, Philip, we are getting solid 30 FPS. So I have used the NVIDIA control panel's limit frame rate to 30. If I turn it off, I get about 45, 50 FPS without any problems. But I limit sim to 30 because 1, you don't need 130 FPS in a flight sim, and 2, it just allows OBS to work a little bit stronger in regards to keeping the sim without lagging too much. Or in this case, at all. There are a few airports I have noted that do lose a few frames, but only because they're really, really high detailed and therefore have a lot going on within them. But that is very rare and very far between, so we should be alright for the most part. Not sure there's no the passengers yet. Let's go through the cabin. Let's see who's on board. Any names we recognise? Welcome aboard these passengers for our first 3080 flight sim stream. So love the reflections on the window as well. Cars going by, absolutely adorable. So, anyone on board, anybody we recognise? So far the answer is no. No, nobody I personally recognise. Anyone sees anyone, just give us a shout and we'll have a look at their profile. And that's pretty much no one for me today. Nobody on my end. FPS on the 1660 Philip, so the same FPS, but that was at 1080p and also would lag quite a bit at busy airports. The 3080 is running 30 FPS at 4K, so again, my monitor is showing 4K. You're getting 1440p because it's just easier on the bandwidth, plus also it's easier for the GPU to render. In my case, I'm looking at a 4K monitor with Flight Sim at 4K resolution. So it's running that at 30 FPS solid, plus doesn't lag and slow down at busy airports like Los Angeles. LAX, as you guys know, that airport lags horribly for a lot of people. For me, that's no longer a problem. I can fly to LAX without any problems, sim will run at normal rates, no slowdown there. At some point, I need to reinstall X-Plane as well, so I see how X-Plane 11 handles the new setup. That will also be interesting to see how it works. And also, X-Plane 12, as soon as that comes into play of things. Might be able to see the Schönbrunn Palace in Vienna from the approach. So we are expecting runway 34 for arrival today. Grab the charts up for runway 34 now. We're just gonna probably actually 34 approach takes us in from the hang on. Yeah, let's look closer. Right, so yeah, coming in from the south, runway 34, there's a good chance, depending on the route we take, we could see the Chandra and Palace. So the one negative is that PACX, you can see now tiny on the bottom screen there, because that doesn't scale up to the full, what do you call it, the full full 4K monitor, so that's also a little bit tiny, but hey ho, it's no biggie. No, I'm really happy with this. I'm very happy indeed. Which my setup is also the same, so that goes there. Resume chat, also need to put the alerts in place, which is that one. So hopefully now I've just sorted out the donation thing where it's going to be really, really awkward to read. That should work out quite nicely. Does PACX have the same issue, the bathroom queue? Not anymore, Ryan, sorry. Not anymore. The queue for the bathroom, longer, sorted out. No more, what's his name? No more Jared Rees? That's his name? Yeah, no more of that. Jared Reed, that's it, yeah. No more of that in this, in our aircraft. Yes, I still remember Jared Phillip. I do still remember Jared, legendary. No, so far I'm in love. The 3080 working an absolute charm on my end. ETA, so ETA is currently at 6 minutes past 8 local time. Yeah, so we're about 9. No, yeah, 9 minutes ahead of schedule at the moment. 9 minutes ahead of schedule. I've seen plans for the Thought Park's new roller coaster. I'm not really a roller coaster person, to be honest, so it doesn't really mean much to me. Yes, Jared was the one who died in silence. He didn't die in there, he just barricaded himself for no reason. Although Kai, actually in chat, is very much a roller coaster entrepreneur, so you two can enjoy your roller coaster chat in chat. I draw your subscribe-to. It's not on Simbri flight plan, Luca. You get yourself your performance calculated separately for the centre of gravity. I'm not going to appear on flight. You got your 0 fuel weight, which is here. But centre of gravity you do elsewhere. I was going to look at the approach now. So we're plugging the approach from what I'm expecting. There's no ATC at Vienna at the moment. We can always change it later on if the reconnects, but at the moment we're based on the ILS 34 on the Venom 2 Whiskey approach. There we go, insert that. Good to go. So let's go back to auto Unicom, which my Unicom is set up as well for the approach. So runway 34. Into Whiskey, inbound from the west. That'll do. Just see how much the light changes based on what monitors also up on my screen as well. Interesting. Gonna get like 500. Yeah, gonna get like 500 FPS on X-Plane. You never know, Philip. You never know. Because even the Ryzen 5 3600, that's going to massively improve my CPU usage as well. The i7 1600, decent processor, but it is 6th gen Intel i7, so yeah, ancient now. So the new Ryzen should make life a bit easier for me. Basically, welcome to channel web chat. How are you today? How are you? From my end, we are looking good. Better than I ever thought I would be with this level of flight sim. Right, we'll be over Munich radar in about 20 minutes. Down below, actually, we're going to spot Frankfurt now. Not particularly busy tonight, but just beneath the cloud about there, you've got Frankfurt Airport. Any inbound traffic, outbound traffic? Inbound, aircraft landing. There's actually an aircraft landing shortly in Air France coming in from Paris. So maybe we'll see them landing from up above. There they are. I wonder where the cargo went to. What's happening here? EasyJet and the Ryanair slowly fighting their way to Vienna. At close quarters there. There's the box. Yes, they're just ahead of us, but they are on the same. They're on the same airway. Going to Budapest, which is our alternative. So they will fly over Vienna and then break away from Vienna to reach Budapest. Makes sense. They're in a Boeing 777 cargo. Yeah, we're progressing well at the moment. Yes, ran this paper like part as well, Philip. So because I do a lot of streaming as well as flying to high scenery places, I did upgrade from 16 gigs to 32 gigs of RAM. In fact, let me let my performance just kind of spin for a little bit, and we'll take a look at how my system spec is running based on the performance. I did 2 fresh installs today, both ended up working to allow FlyByWire to work. Oh, not working. What's the issue getting there, Defy? What's your issue to FlyByWire? Maybe I can give you a shout. I tried a beta. Yes, there is a beta for the Simple 7. Ah, right. It's the beta that kills your install. Whoops. Okay. Note to self, Drawyah, don't use the beta. It breaks your sim. Nah, from my end, I'm pretty good. Have I been to Biggin Hill? Your dad works as a pilot. I've been through Biggin Hill Glacier because it's on the way to Gatwick. I've seen the airfield. I've not really flown in or done much around it, but I've been in the area of Biggin Hill. Been in the area of Biggin Hill. I've seen aircraft passing and landing from there. Do you know? So I don't know when the Late 7 will be, KMS. All I know is that it's in beta and that you can download it if you join the beta program. Make sure we can find the FS as well. Is there any breaks in the flight plan? So Venom, which is like the Stan Venom 2 Whiskey. See on the Whiskey approaches. DSL 971. Goes on to runway 34. Yeah, that's alright. If we go over to plan modes. Confirm. Do we get to see the palace? Depends how far west we go. Oh, hang on, that's awkward. I'm sure runway 34 is normally heading runway. Right, okay, Drawyah, note self. You're gonna self vector the last. Really? No, Hang on, let me have a look at this approach 2 seconds, because that seems a bit off. Start. No, it makes sense. So yeah, Nurdu, that's fine. Now 2,000 feet. Then from Nurdu, which is the correct west-east approach. In that. Okay, so that bit's fine. We do another approach. We will then self-vector because that very tight. Nurdu to Whiskey it should be, which is correct. Alright, we'll self-vector that last bit, 6,000 feet. That's not a problem. Very tight on the altitude there. And again, if Vienna Tower comes online, then we'll be able to speak to them as well, just get ourselves proper clearance for the approach. Welcome DPF Gamer, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to chat, how are you today? How are you? You know, I look down, I'm just in love with these clouds. Absolutely in love with them. you can't tell, I'm very happy with the way it's set up right now. It's just the way I always wanted it. How am I? I'm not too bad myself, DPF. Not too bad. Getting used to the 3080. Very happy with it so far. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. How are you? Keep away from it's bad news. Well, I'm sure when the update does arrive, the old Microsoft Flights and Facebook groups will all be on fire with the updates and how it's broken their sim and killed their grandma. Overall, pretty smooth transition, apart from the fact that I had no stream for a week, and overall slowly suffering from the lack of everything. But we're back to normal. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to try and reinstall Train Sim, and hopefully next week get to have a Train Sim stream working. But Flight Sim, the main one, is now back in action, so that's always good to see. Thank you, Flight Sim Pro. Thank you very much for kind words. Very happy with the 3080. It's been a while. It's been a long time coming. And even you guys, I want to say a massive thank you to you guys, because if it weren't for your donations, your watching the channel, supporting the channel, the advert revenue from this chat as well, it's like everything you guys do, take part in the streams, it all helps. It all brings a little bit of income in, and overall, if it weren't for you guys, I'd be nowhere near this level right now. So it's you guys I've got to say thank you to. I remember when the old GTX 1080 came out, back when that was the flagship GPU for everyone. I looked at that, 500-600 quid, that was always at my price range, never going to happen. I was going to stick with what I could afford, which at the time was a GTX 1660, an upgrade from the old 745. So that all happened, and then the YouTube channel just exploded in size. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did spend a lot of my own money on this graphics card as well, and then the motherboard replacement, and then reinstall the Windows. I mean, fair enough, a lot of this come out of my own pocket as well, because YouTube money isn't that lucrative, but it certainly balances out the bank, and it overall really, it's a nice little extra, and it just keeps the channel going. It keeps the channel going, also keeps my computer going, so I do have a lot of thanks to you guys as well, because it's just never where I thought it would be. Never where I thought it would be. So again, a massive thank you to everyone who's even just clicked once, watched a single video, never come back again. Absolutely everyone. I mean, I'm looking at this, I'm running at 4K. Not 1080p, not 1440p, I'm running at 4K on my end. Like, seriously, it's beautiful. You can't get your mid lighting in, so it looks very real. Oh, it does. Absolutely does. This sim is second to none with its lighting and realism. Absolutely adore it. Yes, Kabira, we've got the 3080 installed. My new spec, all in the description. New spec, all in the description. Paid. So I paid £899 for graphics card with £10 next day delivery. So in total, £909 for the 3080. Welcome, Captain Palit. How are you doing? Welcome, channel. Welcome, chat. How are you today? Full stop. There we go. Yeah, all looking good from my end. Very happy indeed. I'm good. Captain Palit, I'm very good. So DPF Gamer will be landing about 45 minutes if all is planned. If we're on schedule, we'll be landing in about 45 minutes. Welcome, Chris. How are you doing? Welcome, channel chat. How are you today? Adam, how'd that Ryanair take you? Oh, it's Ryanair. You know what they're like. Full speed and well, full speed and just getting there as soon as possible. Saves money. Shorter flights, quicker flights. So that's out for tomorrow. Yep, the Volanta Railway saw Christmas events this week, so just slowly. Woo! Traffic! I love IVAO. It's Norwegian Airlines 737. Norwegian 3579 from Geneva to Copenhagen. That's 77800. They've been airborne for about 20 minutes. Is that it? No, an hour and 20 minutes. Standing in 48. Thank you there, Andy, for the 449. Thank you very much. Put it towards the next system upgrade. Loving the quality. Thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. Next system upgrade. I don't even know what my next upgrade will be. I must be honest. I mean, my main monitor is 4K, which is fine for now. My secondary monitor is 1080p, which is more than I need. My old monitor was like an old... Well, the old monitor that broke down, that was an old... What was it? 1440 by 900? Something old and ancient like that. CPU's going to run for a little while, that's fine. The GPU, I hope to run for at least another 5-6 years if all goes to plan. Next upgrades, gosh, we'll have to wait and see, dude. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for the support. Good evening, Jamie. How are you doing? Watch channel? Well, channel watch chats. How are you today? Hope all is well. Yeah, I wish that Norwegian flight well. I'm getting very busy on this track now. So we've got in front you've got the Aerologic. We've got us, Ryanair, EasyJet, Lufthansa's crossing through to Munich. With the Norwegian that's cross paths as well. I'm actually very glad we got to see that view as well. Just crossing cars in front of us. Ooh, I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a very, very good mood. Right, in the next couple of minutes, tell something about top of centers, right? The Ryanair is sus much further in front. Well, again, Ryanair, max speeds. Try to, well, the faster you get to the destination, the more flights you can do in a day. In fact, I can just about see their lights behind us now. Slowly getting closer and closer. I mean, the reason it's going so fast, I mean, this is us. We're doing ground speed of 464. The EasyJet, which it overtook, doing 467. The Ryanair, doing 511 knots of ground speed. They're pushing a Mach 182 at the moment, which is the maximum speed the airplane can even go. So yeah, they are pushing the air behind us. Right, off to Munich, 134150. 134.150. Give me a few seconds. Good evening, Munich Control. This is Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo at flight level 370, inbound 10 low.
Lauda 3 Tango Bravo, radar contact, hello, direct exit.
Fly directs to Dexit for Beaufort 3 Tango Bravo.
It's Fire 671 Yankee, identified, climb flight level 340.
Right, directs to Dexit.
Flight level 340, Fire 671 Yankee.
How do you do football, Afghan? Welcome. Long Channel Chats, welcome to the 3080 stream. I don't know really different. What position do you play, Avgeek? I was a goalkeeper back in my day at school. I was a goalkeeper. Do I like SAS Norwegian? I've never flown with SAS, I have flown with Norwegian, so I'll have to say Norwegian at this point in time. If I fly with SAS, I'll give you a proper in-depth review. No, you won't ram me, don't worry. I hope you're not, Kai, because you are right on my tail right at the moment. Going live tomorrow at 3, Euros start streaming. Don't know, yes, I do know, it's Swiss 002, weren't you? Oh, I'm glad you've, I'm glad to take up stream from this, Captain. I mean, even myself, I started out small, basic hardware and nothing particularly fancy. And I don't know, from there, start streaming, get the viewership up, upgrade the hardware, and go from there. Keep at it, dude. Keep at it. Welcome, James. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. How are you today?
Lauda 3 Tango Bravo, report your Mach number.
3 Tango Bravo, we are Mach 0.78.
Copy, Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha. Yeah, just for your information, the previous traffic is around about 60 knots slower than you and flying Mach 0.78. So you have enough time to be separated. However, if you want to stay with this separation, you should fly Mach 78.
Descending, sorry, D362 Mach 0.78 for Ryanair 6 Mike Alpha.
Thank you. Malif 71,
favourite special livery? Favourite special livery? The British Airways Golden Dove, that was pretty good for the Olympics. I quite like that one.
Let's find a 671 Yankee, direct Anela. Direct Anela, Westphalia 671 Yankee.
Yeah, I quite like Golden Dove, that was always a good one. What else do I quite like? I don't know, I mean, special liveries, you don't often get them. At least here in the UK. Yeah, it'd probably have to be Golden Dove. It's my favourites. You're left back or right wing? Not bad.
Aerowitz 310 Unicom 122 to simulate.
I'll invite you to SES flight sometime. The airline I want to fly is British Airways Sun. Is it British Airways Sun? Yeah, British Airways Sun Air. This is the one I want to fly. They operate mainly out of Denmark, but they also fly all over. Yeah, they're kind of a Central European airline based out of Denmark, but flights out of London, their fleets. It's pretty good. They only fly out of London City, don't fly out of London Heathrow, but their fleet is of the odd Drawyah 328 jets, which look fantastic. So I want to get myself a flight with one of these guys hopefully soon. They've stopped flying at the moment because of COVID lockdown and all that, but I'm hoping that as soon as COVID restrictions start relaxing a bit, they'll start flying to London City again, and therefore get a chance to fly to see the old Drawyah jets. You like the Expo 2020 livery? There's also the was it the High Fly who did the Turtle livery in the A380? That's pretty good as well. Favourite aircraft is the 737 or 747. So I'm listening out to the ACC at the moment because it's a bit. Just listen to the audio. Can the camera about to see smooth? Yeah, not a problem. It's high or ultra Avgeek and waves down to medium. All the buildings, all the scenery, that's all up to ultra now. So everything that's important up to ultra.
Just a moment, please.
Just the light stuff down to high. The only medium setting is waves. Everything else
please give me
maxed out.
350.
Roger, so descent level 35.
Descent 350, Norlight 3579.
Very lucky you go fly to my A380. Very nice, James. Do enjoy it.
Unicum 122 decimal 8, thank you very much, danke. Auf Wiedersehen, Volanta 6 voneinander.
Lufthansa 2029, I'm bound to descending level 16.
Just keeping out for the Ryanair behind us. Lights no longer visible. Camera's default, Edward. Camera's default. This is drone cam, and this is just the standard cockpit camera, which I've got custom camera viewpoint set to.
Initially to Rockhill and follow Rockhill to 6 position.
Rockhill to 6, Lufthansa 202.
All looking good from my end, all looking very good indeed. We'll think about our top percent soon as well, since we're slowly making our way towards Vienna here. Top percent calculator, let's get that all cranked up. So we are intercepting the glide slope, let's grab that for the runway charts. Intercept glide slope at 3,000 feet. So setting the altitude, target 3,000. We need to start descent at 107 miles before the target. We're currently 238, so we've got plenty of time. Fuel on board, a bit on the low side I must admit. That's I'm sure we added extra fuel unless I got my... Is this in kilos? Should be 6654 and 38. Yeah, so we've not even used half our fuel tank yet, so I'm not quite sure why the estimated fuel on board is so low.
Observe your hands once again at level 360, still climbing. May you can check your autopilot.
Fuel pressure. That's fine. Vienna 1414, estimated fuel on board 2.3. So not quite sure why that was reset 2.3. See, I don't know. It's just Microsoft flights and doing Microsoft flights and things there. We're alright, we're alright. Are you up to how you doing? Hope you're doing pretty well, dude. The window one. No, it's default, Edward. Window views default.
You work at level 2 for 4, of course you're flying to the west. I need you on an even level.
All defaults. Approach Adam, we are doing the... Where is it? The Venom 2 Whiskey approach on runway 34. Venom 2 Whiskey from runway 34. So passenger expecting arrival in about half an hour, which is behind time, but yeah, we'll be alright. I will give a choice to that then, mates. Yeah, so I've done a tutorial on how to set it up, Edward. Basically, you need to set up the Sim's custom camera viewpoints. But actually, that's it. You set up your custom camera viewpoints, and you're good to go. Service Aviation, James. So I'm on Europe West, and multiplayer turned off. Okay, it's Drawyah.
Delta Alpha Tango Uniform. Weather contact, hello, climb flight level 26.
Flight request up to channel members, Nitro. Flight request up to channel members. You request airports on the Discords, and then I use that to kind of influence where I go to next. Yeah, it's nice 5 Lauda again. Basically Ryanair, button red, and of Airbus A320s.
Contact, hello, climb flight level 200.
Oh, absolutely, Pilot Fisk. As soon as the so the first flight of the PNG 737 will be Ryanair, because that's kind of what we do. But we'll definitely do some Norwegian flights with it. Absolutely. Norwegian got some pretty good routes in 737, so we'll make sure to use those. Yes. Had some issues with the updates about 230, playing for the sky. So, I've not had that issue personally, Wings. I know which issue you're talking about. It's an issue with the live weather, which caused the aircraft to flip. But it's an issue I've not had personally yet. And have I used a mod? No mods. This is all plain vanilla Microsoft Flight Sim. It's a reinstalled version. It's a reinstalled Flight Sim, so it's all fresh, unmodified, brand new. That may have an effect, even though there's nothing really to affect it. But I know the problem, and it's not an issue I've personally had.
So Feather 2 Romeo Yankee Unicom 122 to the simulate. Unicom 128, danke schön. Feather 2 Romeo Yankee.
So we're about halfway through the Munich Centre right now. Vienna still offline. We'll keep an eye on that just in case things do change, but I don't know. Not always the case. I'd like to get 480 out of Stansted, that was always appreciated. I'm going to fly with Flyer 2. I'm not aware of that airline, I must admit. Not one I personally know. This is IVAO. James, not VATSIM. We don't use VATSIM. Multiplayer, or even in VATSIM IVAO, same process where you turn off the default sim multiplayer because that's native to the sim. IVAO and VATSIM sideload their traffic into the sim. So this is a multiplayer client. This will take data off the IVAO server, which you can view on the IVAO website, or the ATC. So you've got all the ATC, you've got the traffic, which is the airplane on the screen, and it will inject it, import it into directly. So if you go about 20 minutes ago to the Norwegian aircraft cross paths with us, yeah, it's not default sim multiplayer, it's modded multiplayer that goes on top of the default sim. So it's good practice to turn off multiplayer since the sim conflicts with IVAO and VATSIM. So it's all side-loaded, it's all injected into sim externally, nothing is direct in the sim. Am I excited for PNG 737? Yes I am. Ryan? Yes I am. Very excited for it. Question. What time's the first bus? Sorry, I'm just working out.
So we get to 3579 Unicom
tomorrow.
122 decimal 8, hey, danke und schönen Abend noch. Servus.
It'll be early enough for me.
München Redermeister, das ist unser Prima Genki Passing, 3500 feet, land 5000 feet.
So, Lufthansa Prima Yankee Radar Connect, hello, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290.
Yes, FlyBy return back to business, James. They've got their first aircraft in the fleet, they've got a small crew going. FlyBy on the way back, as it stands. Australian wide update's going to look pretty good, Paul. Definitely make use of that when it releases. Yeah, we've got a few airport sceneries on there. It's very beautiful, varied terrain out in Australia, so we'll see. We'll definitely make use of that when it comes out. Yes, Southwest Airlines 2 down, definitely use Southwest Airlines. Force PNG 737, very excited, Bill. As soon as it releases, day on purchase, no questions asked. Can't wait to get my hands on that. Plane Edward, flying the FlyByWire A32NX, so flying the A320neo in Lauda colours. What edit app do you use for your clickbait lives? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Poland. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Clickbait lives.
Please repeat for Sim Air 7 Kilo Mike. So, climb flight level 280. Climb flight level 280, Sim Air 7 Kilo Mike. Lauda 3 Tango Bravo, Unicam 122 to Smite, bye.
Unicom 122 Smates for Lauda 3 Tango Bravo. Thank you very much, Taker. Good night. Right, we're on Unicom now. I'm going to use this because we've got starting in about 10 minutes. I'm going to quickly go to the toilet. I'll be back in about 1-2 minutes. Back in a moment. And I'm back. Right, what have you guys chatted about since? Just ended in Paro, very nice. How's the approach? I know the approach to Paro, as I've done it twice. Both required me to slightly edit the video on YouTube as a result of them. I'm well aware of the approach to Paro. Very tricky, but very beautiful. Right, so quick weather updates in Vienna now. So the weather request. So top percent is about 5 minutes. Thumbnail, Captain Poland. Photoshop. I use Adobe Photoshop for thumbnails. Bit overkill, but it does the job. So I did photography back when I was in college, so I bought a license for Photoshop Element 7, and yeah, it does the job for me even to this day. Oh, it doesn't look like. Really? How do you mix those two up? Both very fantastic approaches for very different reasons. Right, so the performance going. Am I going to purchase the Phoenix A320? I will do, Pilot Fist, yes. As soon as it comes out, we'll definitely have a look at the Phoenix A320 CEO. Right, QNH is 1002. Temperature right now is reported at -0. So we want to turn on the anti-ice for this approach. Right, magnitude of winds 140 at 114. Transition altitude, got that from the charts. Air elevation 600, that's good to know. Transition level by ATC, very helpful. Right, so run a departure then. Transition level 10,000. And our minimums. 804. Nope. Sorry, I'm going to localize up 1150. For that standing, that is set. So our approach will be, so the approach 135, landing 130. 131 miles to go, 107, so we need to start our descent. Almost there. Rory Denolm, that's the name I've not heard in a while, gosh. Is Navigraph free? No, it's not. Poland, you do need to purchase Navigraph. It's a subscription, so monthly or annual. I prefer annual. Yeah, Rory Denolm, that's the name. I think it was it when I went to Athens he jumped in the chat and strange comments. Nah, see, I tend to try and remember as many people on this channel as I can, just because you're all fantastic. Yeah, Rory is a name that really throws things back. How about flat 3 landing? We could do. What was winds again? Winds are reported 14 knots. Yeah, I'll stay with 4 flat standing, just to give us that little bit of speed going. So a little bit of I'll stick it on 4 flaps. Now, the YouTube stream's looking okay. How's it looking on Twitch? Is that still looking good? Twitch.tv/Drawyah. So I've been watching the YouTube stream, make sure that's all running smooth. Make sure that my Twitch side is also looking pretty good as well. Sorry, I'm slowly getting back into things now. Just getting back into the flow of things. Back to streaming, back to setting up everything. Yeah, Twitch looking good. You also at 1440p? Quality, yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Twitch, you are superstar. Flight time, 1 hour and 45 today, Vaughan, 1 hour and 45. Alright, let's start our descent now. So we need to set the first open at 3000, therefore altitude and 3000. Looking out on Unicom, that we're going to start our descent. How's it going? So again, once we get to Nerdu, I will be manually doing. I'll be doing manual vectors for the approach because it's not great, the approach path at the moment. Definitely quite cold in Austria. Snow definitely covering the ground. Route plate, that's all installed. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I may have forgotten to install with this transition as well? Don't think so. On IVAO, Harsh, flying on IVAO. I've been to Trinidad. I actually haven't, Marcus. I haven't been to Trinidad or the, not very much the Caribbean. I've done Prince Julian St. Martin a lot. Well, I say a lot, 3 times. But, I don't know, I've not been to Trinidad, I've not been to Tobago, I've not been to St. Lucia, I've not been to... What's that one, the really short runway as well? By the roads. There's a few airports in that region I've not really done much with. Once we get an ATR, definitely worth a look as well. Although I have got the Islander, the Britain Islander, that's got a few flights out in that region. So it's not... Yeah, we could do some point soon. Alright, we'll look at the spec one. Here, CPU, this is the Ryzen 5 3600, running at about 50-60% usage, pretty good. GPU, that's what you're interested in. So the 3D is kind of bubbling between 60 and 80%, depends on what we're looking at. It's internal, external, scenery, buildings, whatever. That kind of hovers around there. OBS video encoding up to about 13%, so pretty stable with that. dedicated GPU memory, so we are using 8.7 gigs out of 10 gigs built in memory for GPU, which is still on the high end to be honest, which is why I'm not running everything quite ultra. Yeah, that's it really. So decent spec. It's running Microsoft Flight Sim without too many problems, and hopefully it's going for the long run. There you go, up to about 90%. So it does jump. Not terrible. As for the RAM, it's running about 14 gigs usage at the moment. So that will increase as we approach Vienna, but no problems with that. Sabah, not the airport I was thinking of, but that's another shout out there. Wanted to use a new replay for Microsoft Flight Sim because I keep forgetting to activate it, pretty much. In fact, I remember to turn it on. That's about it, really. Although I want to turn off the... That's already off. Oh yeah, because it saves everything, doesn't it? So that's what I like about it. It's streamline. Beautiful streamline. Can we put the flights for Sim Brief, this one. There we are. Oh, it even pins the maps at the bottom there. Very handy. So there we are right now. We've passed Venom, descending down towards Matsort. Passing through 27,000 feet. About 80 or so miles to go. You can see the river over there. That's Microsoft Flight Sim's winter. Okay, let me just drone cam a bit easier. That's Microsoft Flight Sim's winter shader effects. You can see the river completely frozen. It's just no longer water. A solid layer of white there. The river's frozen over. Very, very cold outside. Vienna Space, I adore it. I've been there once. Went to 2020. Went in January 2020 before things horribly went down from there. But no, it's a beautiful city. I do recommend the trip if you guys ever in the area. Pop down to Vienna. Right, so on the seatbelt sign. Temperature currently 0 at the moment. Ryan, 0 degrees centigrade. If anything, actually, reported as minus. There you go, minus 0 degrees. Snow not down south at the moment, Haffy. It's actually up north. You go towards, well, head up towards like Yorkshire, Newcastle, Middlesbrough, that kind of area. You get a bit of snow. It's actually snowing in Scotland. London doesn't really snow here at all. St Bart's, that's the one. Axel, yes, thank you very much. St Bart's. Yes, I haven't actually just streamed there. In fact, actually, I did one when the stream sim crashed on me and I did a few challenges, and that's about it, really. Stream slowly disappeared from that. So this next waypoint, we are going to leave the current flight plan and then fly our own vectors, just because the waypoints in this final bit are a bit of a mess. So a bit of hands-on flying coming up. My nose, I don't know, when I'm dehydrated my nose itches. I've never known why that seems to happen, but it's like me drink water. Alright, 3, 4, the opposite will be... Hang on, let me try to my charts 2 seconds. 1.6, won't it? Yeah, 1.6. So as soon as it gets to the point, we'll fly heading a 160. Also, hang on, we're about 5 miles. Radio navigation. Oh, that's fine. 10.1 and course to 340. So that's also correct. As soon as past 10,000 feet, we'll activate the localizer mode on that. Right, course heading. Why did that change? Course heading 160. Sorry. 16060. Hang on. Back to the charts. I can't draw better than this. 16 was it? Yeah, 160. Can fly parallel to the runway. As soon as you get to that 3,000 feet mark, get ourselves into position to establish the localizer, bring it up into land. Again, looking down below the scenery, it's just looking so much better. So much better. If what you got, Captain Poland, then stick with what you got at the moment. If it runs flight sim, then you need to upgrade just yet. Yeah, a tad bit behind schedule, but nothing problematic. Yeah, runway 34 is currently active. Runway 34. Any minor FPS impacts now? We've really come down to the scenery loading at the moment. There's just so much for it to actually do. But yes, we are running smooth at the moment, running 30 FPS solid, minor spikes, probably actually airport scenery as well. The guides in Vienna, very detailed, and therefore we do get a minor hit when you do reach cabin crew. 10 minutes landing, 10 minutes.
We have begun our final descent into Vienna. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
Right, so local altimeter now, so altimeter 1002. Landing lights on. Me and the explain center of Max, Michael, still not clear cut for me, I'll be honest. For those who've watched the channel long term, you'll know why, but for me, not at the moment. Jumping for 5 minutes, got to go out, happy seeing was. Cheers Ben, thank you very much. I'm glad you've I'm glad you recognise the happiness. No, I'm in love with this new setup. It's just so much better to what I was dealing with before. So yes, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate the kind words. Looking for a bus landing. Hopefully you do get one, Ibrahim. It's always good to get to your, well, always good to try and get yourself a smooth landing for your showpiece approaches. Alright, we get the approach phase activated as well, just start the aircraft to slow down. Drop the spoilers to help this slow down as well. As soon as it gets about 220 knots, start the flaps and just bring things yeah, okay, the frame rate took a minor hit there. But I'm playing over the city of Vienna itself actually, so down below, have a good look. Is this photogrammetry? I think it may be. Not great for high altitude, is it? It's not perfect 3080. Microsoft Flight Sim not exactly the most. Well, it's getting better with its rendering and all that, but there are still minor jumps that happen. So don't think that I've got this graphics card going to be super smooth sailing. There will always be those moments where the sim just decides it wants to bump things up a little bit. That, and I've also got to tweak the settings as well from time to time as well to get things a bit more smooth. But for now, I can't complain really. Fairlight, welcome. How are you doing? Fractured nose, Jesus dude. Focus your nose, not me. How you doing? Well, how you doing? Not great. Welcome channel, welcome chat. Hope you're keeping well, dude. Right, that's one. I was away for ages with on descent flights. So Foxtrot India 34 needs to be at 3,000 feet. At the moment we are passing through 6,000, so I've got a little bit more altitude to lose first. We are getting closer to the 3,000 requirements for the inset glide slope. We'll make a left-hand turn heading 987, about 070. Yeah, we'll make a left-hand turn heading 070 very shortly. And the spoiler's back. What's the altitude there? Don't want to be increasing altitude. Level 2,000 for now. That's 1,000 feet per minute sense. 80 online, nope. Going to be on Unicom for the approach today. Yeah, maybe on Unicom. There are two other aircraft on the approach as well at the moment, neither of whom are communicating Unicom, so hopefully I'll get to speak to us. Right, left heading 060. Sorry, 070. Yes. Just look at these graphics. Oh, look at the way the shadows come off the wind turbines. Oh, that's so good. Come on, Sim. Get those frames up. But my gosh, it's so sweet. Like, seriously. Is Flight Sim supposed to be this smooth? I'm in love with it. I really am. Okay, it'll be a bit of a tight left-hand turn there. Laps 2. Spoilers armed. Brake sets to medium. I might have to turn down one or two graph settings just to get a bit of smoothness back into the sim, but compared to what we had before, this is still remarkable. Right, lifting off at 3,000 feet. Increase our speed slightly, so we're a tad bit on the slow side for the approach this time. That's more like it. Yeah, it'll be a slightly tighter turn on the glide slope, but nothing problematic. What I did in Vienna when I was there last, I did a one-night trip, so I went there on the Saturday, returned on the Sunday. I just do what you do, normal touristy things really. Walk around the city, go to the top of the chapel. That's it really. Walk around, enjoy the Alpine fries McDonald's do. No, so I phoned up Overclockers UK because I ordered my graphics card about 15 months ago. And because of how long it took, they just stuck me up on the priority list basically because I requested it. Down. Flaps 4. Cabin check.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Localizer active. Expect that horizontal diamonds to drop a little bit. Approach mode armed. Right, we are now on final. Short final. We are on final. Alright, now it's on Unicom that we are coming into land. That's fine. Our pre-land checks. Gear down, 3 greens, brakes set, spoilers armed, cabin secure. We've got clearance as far as I can get it on the Unicom.
1000.
Pre-land checks complete. 1000. Runway not quite in sight yet, so we'll leave it on the autopilot. Runway's in sight, just see the lights coming into the view there, the clouds now. Autopilot disconnect, I'm in control.
Hundred above. Minimum.
Minimum to continue. Runway's in sight.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Throttle.
5.
Versus sets. 100 knots, 80 knots, 60 knots versus cuts. Brakes, exit runway, just to the left there. I realise I've got to turn on the replay mode. Whoops. Spoilers up. Sorry, spoilers down, flaps up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna. The local time is 3:70 p.m. and it's currently about 0 degrees Celsius. You can now use your
There we go. Welcome to Vienna. Frame rate, okay. Not perfect, but getting there. Certainly getting there. Right, we announce that we are clear of the runway.
final destination. We thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Right, transponder off. Landing lights off. Taxi lights set. APU start. Tad bit laggy, but like I say, new setup, new everything. So it's going to take me time to adjust everything. But hey, was it -114 landing? I can't complain there. Now, Vienna as a scenery is very heavy in flight sim, so I'm not going to take it too far away from this. It means there's work to be done. There's work to be done. Some tweaks that I need to do just to keep things running smoothly. That and the winter shaders. I'm also going to play some effects on this as well. But hey, unfortunately no replay today, because like I say, I have actually forgotten some replay mode. Oh well, there's always next time. So actually, let me have a look. What is causing the lag at the moment? It's a combination of... So it's smooth now. Interesting. So it's a combination of the GPU maxing out and OBS. So yeah, OBS is causing lag, just as I thought it would do. That's slightly annoying, but hey ho, what can you do? Yeah, photogrammetry is also going to play a part in that as well. It's not the lightest thing in the world, that. What old machine Fairlight? This is an upgraded old machine, so I have got... Well, the old motherboard is dead. I've got the old GPU, that's still working. I'd have to see, but the answer is... What old machine? This is an upgrade, not a pre-build. Never buy pre-build. It's definitely it's going to be the airport scenery as well, because it wasn't quite bad as this Stansted as well. The scenery at Vienna definitely. Yes, I'm using 3080 right now, pilots. I'll double check the scenery. Like I know some sceneries have config files which you can kind of tweak the settings for. I'm going to see if there's a way you can kind of turn it down at Vienna a bit, because you are right. This is a bit too slow. Not terrible, absolutely not terrible, but could be better. Pass on the traffic concurrency at stand. Yeah, so if I'm going to do that method, Fairlight, I need to order a new motherboard. Processors change. I can use the old processor. I can use the old GPU. Mainly the motherboard in case I need to sort out another case as well. We'll see. I've definitely got time to experiment now. So shame you can't see the ground markings. I'm covered in snow here. Right, Charlie 4-1, that'll do for our stand today. Right, one brake sets. AP bleed available, AP bleed on, engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vienna. The local time right now is 9:23. Temperature right now at 0 degrees centigrade. We thank you for flying with EasyJet, with Lauda Motion, sorry. I hope you enjoyed joining us today, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Cabin crew, sun doors, and cross-check, please. Flight time today, 1 hour and 48 minutes. Right. Now, Ryanair certainly made use of the old jet bridges at Vienna. If I recall correctly, I'm going to have to think again. Did they use jet bridges? I'm fairly sure when I boarded at Vienna, it was a jet bridge, so we'll connect it up. The Ryanair pinning into standard as well. Oops. Alright, let's board the jet bridge and let's debrief what we've seen today. Right, so I need to go to pushback helper and then wait for the jet bridge to connect. Yeah, overall, yeah, again, sorry about the replay, I forgot to start it. Overall, I can't fuss. The 3080 working in absolute charm. It's not perfect at the moment. There's, as you saw with Vienna approach, you've got a little bit shake on the FPS there, so I'm going to have to do a bit of tweaking, kind of see how I can adjust that in future. But the sim ran smooth for the most part. The visuals are fantastic. I mean, seriously, this is by far the best looking the sim has ever been for me, ever. So I'm definitely going to make use of that. Overall, I'm impressed. I'm happy that we've got it. I'm glad that I've got it. It's an improvement. Again, without you guys, I can't fault that. Can't fault it. Again, you guys' support always fantastic. I do appreciate you always being here. Alright, let's have a look at the flight report from passengers. Are they happy? Hopefully they are. FR7349 A320neo from from Stansted to Vienna. 1 hour 42 flight time. Plan departure is 18:09, part 8:34. Plan arrival 14, land at 17, so we've departed on time. We'd have arrived on time as well. 186 passengers, 93 satisfaction. We've landed at 1:14. A block time of 2 hours exactly. Overall, all looking good for our first 3080 flights. I'll drop the link to the flight report in chat, so if you want to look at more detail you can do so via the link there. Yeah, so I've got to do a bit of tweaking now, just kind of get this FPS to run smooth entirety through the flight, so probably just lower 1 or 2 settings down for the photograph. Yeah, probably do that. Probably work quite nicely for me. And they're probably just up there as well. I think they just departed. Yes, they are the Austrian we saw on the taxiway, heading right now to Nuremberg. So, that brings to the end of today's flight. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Do like if you did, do subscribe already. Thank you very much for the support. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else we can pull in Flight Sim. With the RTX 3080 now installed and running pretty much as good as it gets. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again tomorrow for some more Flight Sim action. Have a good one, and have a good night. Bye bye.